Hi guys, it's Jamie here, and today we're going to do some of my favourite additions to a junk journal, starting with hidden paper clips the easy way. I've got these two pieces of our paper cut down already. For those that are fascinated by size, but you can cut them to any size you want, they're 6 centimetres or 2¼ inches in width by 9½ centimetres in length or 3½ inches in length. This will be the bit that you see, however inside we need to do a secondary cover. For that you can use anything, including scrap paper, old book pages, that type of thing. Therefore, grabbing my scrap box, I'm going to take a couple of pieces and simply fold them in half and make sure that they are small enough not to be seen. Now we're going to take a normal paper clip and add it in the center of that scrap piece. If you want to do anything to these, now would be the time to do it. So for example, you could round the bottom, stain it up along the edges, both sides, because it will be seen both sides. May want to find some pieces for collaging on that. We still have some of these figures that haven't been used. And what I will do with that to help it stand out is take the black ink pad and gently brush around those edges. We can do something as simple as that. Obviously we're going to need to cut that down at the bottom, and not forgetting that you're going to see it both sides, so you're going to need something on the reverse. You need to allow that to dry before trimming it up. On this one we could use some scrap to add a pocket. I have my circle punch and I'm going to take a small amount out of the top. Then we're going to glue down the two sides and the bottom. Same on the other side. Everything's now been tidied up and I've restained around the bottom where things have been trimmed away. To make these into the hidden paper clips for the journal, what we're going to do is take an all-purpose glue. You might use Fabri-Tac, I have Uhu, and put some glue over the paper clip and the back of our scrap piece. Place that halfway and the glue again to the paper clip and that top piece. Press that over. Make sure the inside is not sticking together. You don't want any pieces loose on that bit because it will catch when you use it. That's our two hidden paper clips ready to go into the journal. Another thing I like to add, because I highly decorate my journals, is actual writing space. So what I've done here is cut down some papers that have been printed on both sides, just running them through the printer once, then running them through on the reverse with our Colorway 2 pack and also 2 prints from the Geisha kit. To prepare these as notebooks, I'm going to round those corners and stain round all the edges, just like I did when putting these papers together. Now they're all prepared, I'm going to try to run with the sewing machine some stitching down here. I don't know if they're too thick. There's actually 4 pages here. Otherwise you could use a 3-hole pamphlet stitch or even staple them, because they are just little booklets to go inside the journal itself. Again, I'll use my scrap box to do a very quick bit of collaging. That just gives that notebook a little bit something extra, and I'll do something very similar on this one. The thing I like to use, because I get a lot of junk mail, particularly at the moment from my energy supply company, are these window envelopes. This time I've cut it down and created a couple of hinges so that it can become like a pocket and have a matching tag that hopefully will fit inside it. To cover that tag, it is that Chinese Japanese paper again. I'm going to use strips of cutaway scrap as a background and cover it in a patchwork style. Here's the junk mail envelope window frame pocket covered with strips of scrap paper, and I've also angled in those 2 hinges, and we're going to put that down on the page. we can put the journal card in there. Another thing we can do with a junk mail envelope is turn it into a pocket or a flip that can be used to make an extra writing space on a page. I've kept the plastic to one side to make a frame, and this time I'm using the plain part of the envelope to decorate and create a writing space with. I've prepared a few pieces here to make a patchwork on this flip. Now, because that is actually an envelope on this side, you don't have to cover this. You could write on that, and if you want a real junk journal look, you will leave that to be envelope like, or if you've got enough spare paper you may wish to cover it. I probably would go for covering it. Here's our old junk mail envelope now done as a flip for the journal. All it needs to be done now is to attach it. Put the glue over, flip, bring it up as close as you can so you can still flip it. Seal that down. This big flip here, that could go over that, that could go down. Have one flip one way, one flip another way, create a writing space there. One last thing for this page, I'm going to add one of the pockets from the kit. The way I am mixing and matching these colours and creating clashing colours may not be to your taste. You do not have to do it. You can colour coordinate using this kit. I wanted a very eclectic out there look. You can translate my ideas to things that are more coordinating if that's your personal taste. That's quite heavy because it's got 3 layers there, so nothing is going anywhere once that's down. The last page decoration idea that I use in nearly every journal I do is a cluster of flags, which basically means taking strips of spare paper and creating a border cluster in the flag shapes. All I'm going to do is very lightly fold it in half at the bottom, cut up from the open edge, and that creates the flag shape. Do that on several of these pieces at different lengths and different widths, and then you just glue them together in a cluster. And choose a page where we're just going to decorate the top corner with that. It's a very, very quick and easy page decoration that actually ties, if you're going for this kind of eclectic look, ties all of your different papers and patterns together and is a good way to get rid of scraps. In the next tutorial we'll be putting the papers into the journal cover and doing the closure. I will also walk you through any additional decorations that I'm going to do off camera using pieces from the kit. I will catch you next time. Bye!